For me, the gene keys are a path to awakening. Awakening to things that I don't see, things that have been in my way for pretty much my whole lifetime. They awaken me to the conditioned beliefs I formed as a child and through my adolescence that run on autopilot, that trigger reactions within me that create my responses to the experiences in my life, which are co-creating my experience. There are a series of sequences that the Gene Keys website offers. And as I travel around my activation sequence, I am not only discovering my unique purpose, the genius that I am here to share with the world, but I am starting to experience core stability. And core stability is one of the pathways in the activation sequence. We can see the different frequencies, the different patterns in our lives that are keeping the repeating pattern in place. It's one of the reasons why I love the Gene Keys so much. Show me what I don't see. Show me what I have not yet been able to change or affect. Now, I have been what I would call a pretty powerful woman in the world, but it's taken so much effort. I've been exhausted. And as I work with my activation sequence and the Pearl sequence, I've started to get really curious about the sphere, well, all of the spheres, but one of the spheres in my activation sequence, my purpose. It is Gene Key 38. The frequency band in that Gene Key is represented by the shadow of struggle, the gift of perseverance, and the city of honor, the highest expression. So as I move, the energy in my body moves through these three frequency bands, I experience struggle, perseverance, honor, or I am emanating, exuding struggle, perseverance, or honor. So this shows up in my life. I don't want to get all complicated, but I also happen to have a core wound of the shadow of force, the gift of strength, the city of majesty. I have been a powerful woman because I have been able to rely upon force. It doesn't feel good. I feel like a bulldozer. I feel like I'm making other people do things they might not want to do. I don't feel aligned. I don't feel in the flow. I feel working against the flow much of the time. It doesn't feel great. In my life, it's had a lot of struggle. And so I just have this simple, silly little story. I received an insight a while ago that perseverance is to continue moving and believing in the direction of my desires, the direction of my vision, even when I receive no, hard no. I persevere in gentleness, believing it is going to come true or something better. And that was a real shift for me, someone who's always used force and made demands. And so I have a Mini Cooper, and I've had it since 2016. And in 2020, I know because we pulled the records, the seat belts stopped working. One of them went out, and then the other one went out. And you don't need to know all the details, but I went to the dealership, and they replaced one of them under warranty. And then very quickly after that one was replaced, it stopped working, as did the other one. So I had no working seatbelts in the back of my car. What? How could this possibly be? How could that possibly happen? I'm not excessively using them. Maybe once a week I'm using it. I'm not doing anything to them. Why? And of course I called the dealership where they had honored the warranty. And I kept calling. I have one person that I would work with there, and I would call him every single day. Now, I imagine that you're a busy human being, as am I. I'm single. I have a full-time job. I am growing my own business. I have a lot of physical therapy. I have a dog. I have a house. I have all of the adult things in my life. And now I have an additional job of calling the service department and talking to the person every single day. And I am receiving the same or having the same conversation. I'm looking into it. I am speaking to my manager. My manager is speaking to his manager. I don't think there's anything we can do, but we're looking into it. We'll get back to you. I'll have an answer for you by the end of the day. Call me tomorrow. I'm looking. And it was just, and it got to the point where I think you might know this feeling where you just feel horrible. Here I am every single day navigating through a phone change system designed to not allow me to reach a person, leaving messages, asking for callbacks, asking why I cannot get service. And it just felt like I was beating up on this guy and he wasn't doing anything. Or, well, let me not say that. The actions I was taking, the energy I was expending, they were having no result. And I wonder now, might I have been somehow trapped in the energy of force? But anyway, that might be a topic for another day. I eventually just quit. I mean, right? That's how it's designed, right? The squeaky wheel, if you squeak long enough, maybe something would have happened. But after 3 months of daily, I couldn't anymore. And so whenever I would go and have an oil changed or have whatever needed to be done, I would bring it up to the same man. Listen, the seatbelts are out. I am literally renting a car to take my neighbor's child to school once a week. I'm renting a car. I drive a Mini Cooper and I have to rent a car because my Mini can't do the challenge, can't do the job. Nothing happened. It is now, 2024? I took the car in for service. The guy that I've worked with for 10 years, he's no longer there. There's a new woman there. And I honestly gave up entirely on those seatbelts. I have been forced to rent a car if I want to use those seatbelts. It has not been great. I've been wanting to get out of this car forever. And it's a nice car. When people see it, they compliment it. And every compliment I get, my response is, oh my God, I wish it was a Subaru. I can't wait to get rid of it and get a Subaru. That's not a great way to feel about your car. So I go into and I tell the woman, I don't know why I tell her, but I just look the seatbelt and I don't understand why Minnie won't stand behind it. I don't know why no one will give me a real response. I don't know why I keep being told you'll have an answer for me by the end of the day and then you tell me to call the next day. I'm so frustrated. I'm beyond frustrated. I wish I could tell you to keep the car. That's how frustrated I am about not even just having a handshake. I'm not even getting a response. I promise you I will have an answer for you by the end of the day. Well, the answer at the end of the day was we're not going to do a gosh darn thing about those seatbelts. If you care to pay for them to be replaced, we'll gladly do the work for you. And I kept talking to the woman, about other things. And at the very end, we probably chatted for another 10 minutes. And at the end of our conversation, I just said to her, I'm really disappointed. I'm just disappointed that nothing will be done. I mean, you heard me. I called every day for 3 months. I've been at this for 3 years. I mean, I'm just really disappointed. And she said, well, you know what? Once again, let me talk to my service manager. Let me see if we could do a goodwill. Maybe we could do part way. We could pay part of it. Would you be interested in that? Yes. So I go in the next week because I had another issue that they needed to fix. And the woman I spoke to isn't there. It's a new woman. And I really am so exacerbated. I am exhausted. I am in disbelief, honestly. And that's what I tell her. I just say, listen, you don't deserve to hear any of this. And I don't want to put any upset or frustration or stress or anger on you. You're the frontline person. You're exceedingly busy. I get that. Here's my situation. And I told her. And I said, I can't even begin to express to you my disbelief at the treatment I have been receiving. I feel like I'm not even here. I feel like you can't even see me. I feel like I don't matter. And all I want now is to get out of this service arrangement and have a different vehicle. And then I said, you know what? I've been told to stay here today while you perform the service. So you're stuck with me in the building. I hate to ask this, but I have not received any conversation with anyone about this seatbelt. Meaningful. Could I speak to a manager or a supervisor? Is there someone that could have a meaningful conversation with me about this issue? And she said, yeah, I'll have someone talk to you. And they did come. They did come and talk to me. And I just said to them, listen, I'm just in disbelief that this is the way that I'm being treated. I'm in disbelief that Minnie will not do anything, won't even give me a courtesy response about this. And I'm not mad at the people. The people have been doing their best. I think they're overworked. I think they're just really busy. And here it is. And I told him, and he had paperwork in front of him. What? And he said, well, you know what, Kathy? You came in 2020 with a broken seatbelt. We replaced it under warranty. And we, in the paperwork, yes, I see that both seatbelts malfunctioned, but in the paperwork, there's also a notice that we were supposed to replace a second seatbelt under warranty, and we never did. Would you like us to do that? Yes, I would. Oh my gosh. Wow. And then I'm wondering, is this why I've been persevering? Did something within me have a spidey sense about this? Why was I persevering so hard? Why? What within me made me do this? And then he said, would you be willing to pay for the second seatbelt? I don't know. How much is it? It was $550. And I said, well, that's not in my budget right now, but put it in my file. I'll work toward it. And he said, great, I need you to schedule the appointment today. So I walked up to the front desk, and as I am scheduling the appointment, the manager, he came right back out, and he said to both of us, he said, you know what? We're going to replace both of those seatbelts under warranty for you. Would that be okay with you? Yes, it would. Hallelujah. And I've had a series of events that have happened like this. I have a series of stories like this, and I'll start to share them. And I'm seeing that it's safe to be me. And I'm seeing that there is something within me, within you, within all of us that knows more than our mind knows. Because my mind gave up on that, but my heart persevered. I am sending you so much love, and I am just so happy and grateful to be on this journey, that you are on this journey with me. And I wonder what's happening for you. I wonder what your stories are. I wonder what's showing up in your daily life experience that is reflecting back to you the patterns that you can break through. Anyway, this isn't about fixing ourselves. This is about discovering ourselves. Isn't life amazing? I'm sending you so much love. Please visit the show notes for ways that you can connect deeper. Send me an email, make a comment on one of my posts. Let's connect. We're waking up. Let's do it together.